Welcome to the Cage of Dreams. I'm your host, the bad boy of cable, Carnage. And this is our holiday episode. Wait a minute. Why am I wearing the Santa hat? This is the Thanksgiving episode. You idiots. Bunch of Joe Neckbones always trying to rush the holidays. I hate when they do that. You know, always trying to rush it, just skipping right over Thanksgiving. Well, we're not skipping over nothing. This is our Thanksgiving edition of Cage of Dreams, and it was filmed live on location down in Columbia, South Carolina, at the South Carolina School Leadership, and I'd like to thank them for having us down there. We had an amazing time, met a lot of great young men and women down there from all walks of life, all over the country, coming to one place to live their dreams through the Lord. And it was just fantastic to listen to a lot of the stories from these young people, and you know, it just made you feel warm inside, you know, and it was perfect for the Thanksgiving season. And you know, I look forward to seeing them all again soon, and hopefully once they fulfill their dreams they can come on the show. But tonight, one of those special people are on this show as my guest. Ain't gonna tell you who it is just yet, because it's a surprise. Because first and foremost, it's like every other show, I love it, you love it, it's everybody's favorite. It's the top 5. And this top 5 is gonna be probably the top 5 holiday traditions that I personally like. So here we go. Number 5 on my list, helping others. Now, Christmas and Thanksgiving is a great time at my job, and all over the place we're always gathering meals and boxes full of food and everything for families to help them out. And it's such a great feeling, you know, to know that we've been able to raise food and everything to help families out every year. And just a beautiful thing. I like to donate my time to different charities to try to raise money, do fundraisers, and it's just great. Even though I do it all year round, this time of the year is even more special. Number 4 on my list. You can't go anywhere without seeing them, and that's the cartoons. There's nothing better than seeing the holiday cartoons. You know, you got Rudolph, you got Frosty, you got Santa Claus is Coming to Town, which is one of my personal favorites. You just love these shows. Growing up, they're still around, and you can't beat them, no matter what. Number 3 on my list, mistletoe. I don't know who came up with this, but I want to shake their hand, because it is the easiest way to kiss girls. All you do is just walk around with one in your pocket, just hold it up over your head and say, mistletoe, and you're kissing the girls. Can't get no easier than that, man. Unless, of course, they're with somebody, and then, you know, probably get beat up at Christmas time or something. But hey, hopefully not. Hopefully it'll work out for you. Mistletoe, thank you. Number 2 on my list, decorating your house. Recently, there was a world record broken in Australia. A family, they put over 500,000 lights on their house. Over 500,000. That's insane. I could see why it broke the world record. But they did that, and it was over 500,000 lights and over 31 miles of wires. That's just insane. Even stretch that out and think about it. It's just absolutely crazy. And their bill every month is over $2,500. I think if I got a bill for that, I think I would probably pass out. But you know, they broke the world record, and it's great. I love going by all the houses and stuff when people decorate them, and it's just a great feeling. It makes you feel good inside to see all that. That's when you know Christmas is here. And my number one on my list, I don't know where it came from, eggnog. You love it, you know you do. You can only get it around this time every year, but that is yummy. Eggnog, you can't beat that stuff. And they make all different kinds. People make it at home. I just go to the store and, you know, just get the regular old eggnog, and that's just great right by itself. You know, just pour me a glass of that, and can't beat that. That's some good stuff right there. But anyway, that's our top 5. And before we get into our episode, again, it's our Thanksgiving episode. We had a great time doing it. I just want to announce right here on the show, starting 2015, we have a new co-host to the show. She's not here, but she will be soon. And I'm going to go ahead and make the announcement right now. Her name, Fantasia. That's right. She's a former guest on the show. If you go back, check our YouTube channel, check all of our shows, you'll see she was one of our former guests. And she is a good friend of mine. She is one of the top female wrestlers in the world today. And right here at Cage of Dreams, we are happy to have her. And I can't wait to do our first episode with her right next to me and our guest. Whoever that's going to be, we don't know who the first guest is going to be for the new year, so you're going to have to keep checking back. But, you know, we want to welcome her on. Should be a real crazy show with her on the show. And I look forward to working with her. Like I said, she's a great friend of mine. I want to thank you, Fantasia, for coming aboard the Cage of Dreams Express. And, you know, that's about it. So I want to thank you. Appreciate you watching. Sit back, relax. Here we go, because here comes a happy Thanksgiving episode of Cage of Dreams. Peace out. Welcome to the Cage of Dreams. I'm your host, Pro Wrestling's bad boy, Carnage. And I am doing this on location at the South Carolina School of Leadership in South Carolina. I love the Carolinas. It's just incredible down here. And this is our Thanksgiving edition. And with it being Thanksgiving, you know, it's about families. It's about thinking about all the good things that's happened and what you're thankful for, and you know, just moving forward, just nothing but good thoughts with your family and friends. And this episode, I have my family. I have my son, Mark PEREZ Jr., who's going to be on the show, and he's been doing just incredible things down here in South Carolina, living his dream, and so we're going to talk about it. And so I hope you enjoy this episode. It's going to be a great time. So I want to take a quick break, and when I come back, my son is going to be right here with me. Come back, Cage of Dreams.
With them Carnage, Cage of Dreams, and the Ashburn Pub. That's what's up.
35 years anniversary this year. And in the Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio, as the #1 fan of the Washington Redskins. Love you, God bless you, and hang in there, get the gold out the cage.
Welcome back to the Cage of Dreams. I'm your host, the bad boy cable, Carnage. And with me, not only is he my son, but he's also my guest on the show, Mark PEREZ Jr. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Dad?
Hey, not much. We're down here in South Kakalaki, down here in Columbia, to be exact, at the South Carolina School of Leadership. This is where my son's been going now for the past couple of years, and it's a great place for Christian-based youth to come and just have an amazing time. They do great things down here. And if you need any information, it's right here, right on the screen. See it right there? Whoop, Magic of TV right there. Anyway, you can look up that website, get all the information you want, and trust me, it's a great time. He's been doing a lot of great things down here. I'm proud of him. I'm excited for him. He's living his dream. He's turned from one dream into another dream into another dream. He just keeps going.
just like me. You know, I've gone through 2 or 3 dreams of myself, and you know, I'm not stopping. I'm sure there's more that I still want to do, and that's just what you need to do. If you're sitting at home, don't just sit at home. You got to get out there and live your dream. No matter how big or how small, whatever it is, you got to at least try. Because if not, you're going to regret it. But anyway, my man, it's Thanksgiving, man. It's our Thanksgiving episode, and we broke into the church to do this episode. No, we really didn't.
No,
we did get permission. Yeah,
trust me.
But no, I was just kidding. No, we are here in the youth church, and it's an amazing place. They have TVs all over the place. They have video games. Yeah, it's a kids zone right here. See, and what's the average size of kids that you usually have in here?
It's anywhere from about 25 to 60 kids, depending on the Sunday, depending on the parents and stuff, what they have going on. But yeah, there's usually a lot of kids in here.
That's pretty awesome. I've been in here a couple times myself, and I've seen you do your thing on the stage, and the kids, it's just incredible the way that they just sit there, no matter how old or young they are, and just listening. It's just crazy, because 1 minute they're running around playing games and video games and air hockey and everything else that they're doing, hula hooping and all kinds of crazy stuff. And then when it starts, they're nice and calm. It's just an amazing thing to see. But you've been doing it, and I know initially your dream when you were a lot younger was to play soccer, and you did that for quite a few years. Yep. And you were pretty successful in that. And then you went into breakdancing. So tell us a little bit about how you went from soccer into breakdancing.
Of course. I started out playing soccer. I mean, I was just a young kid who loved playing soccer. It was a big thing. I mean, I started out from 6 years old and went into the middle of high school playing soccer just because I loved it so much. It was just a fun sport, very active, kept me in shape. I mean, what sport doesn't keep you in shape half the time? Right. But
wrestling.
But it was just something that I really loved to do, but it just wasn't what I thought it was going to be, and I knew sure I was good, but I knew I wasn't going to make it to the big times. So I just decided to take another path, and that was dancing. I mean, I was dancing since I was 11. Grew up watching a movie called Stomp the Yard. Some of you guys, older fellas out there,
right there. I like that movie.
They love it. But that movie really inspired me. It's about a bunch of guys who like to slap around. They like to slap their knees, chest, whatever else. Who knows what else they were slapping?
Yeah, slapping their heads, their chest,
yeah.
leg. I mean, it's some crazy
Ears,
stuff. Yeah.
Probably blew a bunch of eardrums. Who knows? But there was one guy in the movie who he just really stood out from everyone else. He wanted to be something different. And there's actually one scene where he's in a pool, and he's just breakdancing. He's just popping and locking, whatever the kids call it these days. He's doing something
not even close. I don't dance, I don't sing, I don't do any of that, okay? I just beat people up, plain and simple. That's all I do.
But yeah, I mean, that's your dream though.
That's my thing, man.
So, but he's just popping and locking, and I thought, hey, this guy wants to be somebody else. He wants to be different from everyone else. He wants to do his own thing, and that's what I want to do. I want to be not as ordinary as everyone else. I want to be extraordinary.
Yeah, and that's an incredible thing, dude. That's what you got to be. You need to stand out from the rest. And so you've been doing a breakdancing, and then you came down here to SCSL, and they still have a dance program down here, so you're still able to get into that and still do it, which is a beautiful thing. Now, I know during the breakdancing, before you came here, you went through a bunch of tournament type things where you went to the finals and the nationals and all that other stuff for the breakdancing. Talk a little bit about that, because I know you did some good things with that.
Yeah, of course. I started out just breakdancing in a youth group, just having fun. All my youth group knew that I could breakdance. They loved seeing me breakdance and stuff like that because it was just something entertaining. And so they had this thing called Fine Arts in my youth group, which is where you get to go across the country and go to all these different places and just do your own thing. And I got to go from regular districts to nationals, and just started off doing something big, because that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a professional breakdancer and stuff like that, and it was just something that I really wanted. And so nationals was getting me closer to that. And nationals is well, fine arts in general is somewhere where you can do whatever you want. Honestly, you can.
Yeah, you
can
choreographed your own routine and everything, right?
Actually, I didn't choreograph anything. I was still doing the self-taught thing, just kind of made up moves as I went along throughout nationals, and it made me. And I know in the one tournament I actually made it in the top 15. Which was really cool for me, because it really inspired me to want to do better.
And how many people were in that, what'd you say? Because it was a lot, because they're coming from, like from all over the United States, right?
Yeah, they're coming from all over. There was about anywhere from 40 to 50 people in a single category.
That's pretty cool to come in that high up with that many kids from all over the place. And so, you know, I congratulate you for that. That's really good stuff.
And but yeah, like you can do anything in fine arts. You can do vocals, percussion. You can play the drums. You can play the guitar. You can do human videos, which are videos of
those are really
people.
Cool, man. I like those. Those are pretty cool.
It's just a bunch of people who get together and do acting out to a song to make it into their own scene, to make it look like it goes along with the words, but they're expressing it in their own way and just giving it all to God.
I've seen something like that on, like America's Got Talent. There was a couple of people on there that had like the movie screen thing in the back, and then they were acting it out and all, and it was just mind-blowing stuff. I mean, it's just good. And so you've been doing that, and then you came down here to SCSL, and with all the great things that they're doing down here, now you decided to go from soccer to breakdancing, and now you've gone on to trying to be a youth pastor, which is like the other end of the spectrum for breakdancing, but it's something that you're able to do both that and the dancing here, and you're doing very well with it. I know you've been doing, you've had your own, where you've talked to the kids already here, because I was here a couple of times for that.
Had a few sermons.
Yeah, and so that was really just mind-blowing stuff right there. That's it was just incredible to see that. But you also do, not only do they teach you about God, but they also do missions trips all over the place, and they do fundraisers. Talk a little bit about some of the fundraisers that they do here. What's that consist of?
Well, there's a bunch of different fundraisers that you get to go on. They could be all over. They could be anywhere, really. There's a big one at the beginning of every year. It's just a family fundraiser where everyone gets to go. They just get to have fun together and work for people called GPJ, which are the people who actually hire us, and they love us. They find us to be one of the best teams that get to go out there and just have fun. We went to Atlanta, Georgia this year to do a fundraiser, and it was mind-blowing. And actually, I just got back from Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, I was going to say, you just got back from Florida just like a couple days ago.
Yeah, just a couple days ago. This was actually only my third fundraiser. There's people who've been in the program who've gone to do anywhere from 11 to like 15 fundraisers just in their first year over the summer and into their second year already.
That's a lot of good stuff right there.
So, but yeah, I mean, I've only done 3, and it was fun. I mean, it was fun for me.
And the year's only, what, half over, right? Because it's not even half over yet, because you just started in August. So you still got a whole lot of time left.
Yep.
But yeah, they do fundraisers, they do a missions trip. Now I know the missions trips are exciting because you get to travel to other countries.
Yep.
And do God's work, helping kids or help build things. Talk a little bit about some of the places that you've gone on with the missions trips and what you did.
All right. Yeah. Well, actually, before SCSL, I was able to go on to a missions trip to Ecuador.
Yeah.
With my youth group, and we got to interact with the church and stuff there and whatnot, and we got to do some kids ministry on the streets, and just interact with the kids, do some like clown skits and some puppets and stuff like that. And it was just really life-bringing to me. I really enjoyed it a lot. And we also got to build a church, well, start to build a church. And I think they're actually almost fully done with that church, ever since I've been away from Ecuador now. And so that was one of the big ones that I was able to go on. But then my first year at SCSL, I was able to go to Haiti. Wonderful place. If you ever get the chance, please go to Haiti. Especially if you're really looking to do mission stuff, get hooked up with Mission of Hope. They are some of the most outstanding and nice people you'll ever meet. And
do they have a website?
Yeah, missionofhope.com.
Right here, missionofhope.com. Make sure you check them out.
Yep, they're really anointed and amazing people. And we got to work with them, and I was able to do a lot more street ministry, which involved a lot more kids and families and stuff like that. And that's what really sparked it off. That's what really made me want to be a kids pastor, was just being able to work with those kids and see the struggle that they had to go through, and how many of them didn't really know Jesus at all. It really just broke my heart, truly. And so yeah, I got to do those two. And this year, I'm going to be able to go to Arkansas. Sure, it's in the country, still a mission trip, because even the U.S. needs a little Jesus these days.
Everybody does. Everybody does all over the place. But you know, you're only 19, and he's already been to more countries than I've been in my whole life. And but you're doing it for the good, and you're doing it to help change lives, and you're doing it to make a difference in this world. And that's probably one of the most important things. You know, a lot of times people don't realize some of their dreams, they might not think much of them, but they can be life-changing, not to themselves, but to other people, or anything. I mean, you never know what it is, but somehow, some way, it could do something either in the community, in your family, in your friendship, that'll just make a difference.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realize that. And so that's what you need to do. You know, I do a lot of charity work as well, because I like to give back to the kids and to adults and everything else. Of course. Because that's what you need to do. It's just a beautiful thing to do. Now, you've been doing now over the summer, you did you took a youth pastor internship, exactly. And talk a little bit about the internship. How does that go?
It was just an internship. The kid's assistant was actually leaving. He was going to Virginia to pursue an actual kids pastor career, and he's there now. He's pursuing that with everything that he has, and I really appreciate him, because he was here to help me get through all the maintenance work, especially with this keyboard, with this soundboard and stuff over here. He was really working wonders with me. I see the
keyboard too. They got some keyboards over there. Can you play any of that stuff?
No.
No, we'll have none of that.
But he was real techie, so he was able to give me the basics, and I'm not a very techie guy. I mean, I can work my way around a computer and an iPhone, but you give me a whole soundboard, I'm completely out.
Yeah, trust me, I'm right there with you. I'm surprised we got these mics to work.
Yeah.
But but we did it, and so we're using it. But yeah, no, we're having a great time down here. We're at the South Carolina School Leadership down here in South Kakalaki, Columbia, South Kakalaki, Carolina, for all you Northerners. But we're just having a good time. We're here on location, and so so what is it with the youth pastoring? Where do you see yourself in, say, 5 years from now with this?
Well, being as I was able to intern with Pastor Frank, and he was able to let me do sermons and let me do illustrations and stuff during my internship and all that, and just be able to interact with kids and see how they worked and everything else. If I were to say to see myself in 5 years, I would honestly say I'd be in a kids pastor role, or if not, right under a kids pastor, ready to be a kids pastor, because I mean I've already gone through the basics. Pastor Frank thinks I'm doing amazing. He says my sermons are outstanding, and that that I'm really energized because I love to do worship. I love to be able to get up on stage and just dance and have fun with the kids and stuff, and really pour out some sweat, because it gets really hot up on that stage.
I know when all the lights are on and everything, it does get a little hot up there. Now, for any of you, I know we've been talking about the dancing and everything else. You can go to YouTube if you like, and put in Mark the Hero, Mark D-A Hero, Mark the Hero, and you can see he has a bunch of videos out there with some of us dancing in it, which is pretty cool stuff. But today on this show, you're gonna do some live stuff on me, aren't you?
I can try my best, but
well,
I'd love to.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit, and so we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna take a break right now, and when we come back, we're gonna talk to my son a little bit more, and then we're gonna get him to break dance a little bit. Okay? Come on back, Cage Your Dreams.
James to the tailgate.
My name is Carl Redskin Bay,
And we're watching the Cage of Dreams
of the Carnage.
Welcome back to the Cage of Dreams. I'm your host, Pro Wrestling's bad boy, Carnage. And like I promised, my son is going to go ahead and show you what he can do right here on the dance floor. This live performance he's going to do. First time ever on TV. So here we go, and here he is. Mark the Hero Perez. Take it away. That's good stuff right there. All right, my man, come on in here. Hey, that's some great stuff. I want to thank you for being my guest on my show. And, you know, like I always say, don't just live your life, live your dream. This is the Bad Boy. Happy Thanksgiving 2014. Peace out.